So, I just watched 1981's Possession, a film that I was really truly not ready for because that was absolutely insane. That was insane. If you don't know, 1981's Possession is considered a very disturbing film by a lot of people. In fact, it was actually banned for some time in the UK. And it's not what you'd expect at all as a movie. I really wanted to be able to discuss something interesting today, and so I watched this film, and well, it was definitely interesting. 1981's Possession stars Sam Neill and Isabelle Adjani, and they just lose their minds. It centers around infidelity and demonic possession, I suppose. It's a very weirdly artistic film with a very unique style and vision. Although many of the scenes were kind of funny to me. And that's the interesting thing about 1981's Possession. You have characters completely breaking down, freaking out, and yet I was laughing a lot more than I thought I would at this film because I swear the direction of a lot of these actors, a lot of these characters, some of them seem like they were right out of the Three Scrooges. One of these characters, I swear, reminded me of somebody from Frasier. It was baffling to have characters where you have somebody like Isabella Johnny who's playing this role so straight. She's giving it her all. She delivers the performance of a lifetime. No joke, the performance of a lifetime. It's very, very good. She plays it very, very serious. Sam Neill, he plays it pretty serious too, for sure, but I feel like near the end he definitely hands it up quite a bit, although I don't personally mind that too much, but it definitely feels like Sam Neill channeled a bit of his inner Nicolas Cage near the end there. Things were just absolutely bonkers. And watching this movie, it made me feel like
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
I mean, there's a scene in here where Sam Neill's character goes full ape man. I mean, full monkey mode in this movie. Full monkey mode. There's so many things that happen in this movie, and I struggle to even know if I should recommend this movie to people or not after watching it. I know it's a bit of a cult classic, so if you've seen it, you've probably already seen it. If you wanted to see it, you've probably already seen it. But I can't help but to feel, there are some people who watch this movie, and they'll be like, what the hell did I just watch? And there's other people who will watch this movie and they'll think, that was really beautiful and truly not a waste of my time at all. Now, I personally was not one of those people. I, by the end, sadly was disappointed by the movie. Around the halfway point, I found I was looking at my phone, checking the time, trying to see how much longer of this I've got. Up until that point, I really enjoyed it though. I mean, there was so much chaotic weirdness happening, and I had no clue where the direction was going with this movie that I was actually having a lot of fun watching it. Up until that halfway point where I was like, okay, let's see, are we finally getting near the wrap-up part? Then I look at the time and realize, we're only about halfway through this bitch, so no. I've got to bring up a character that you'll see. If you ever check out this movie, you'll know. Heinrich. This character really was the flipping point in the film for me because he is insane. This is the character that I say it reminds me of somebody from Frasier or something because he's so posh and so weird. And there's like a fight scene in the movie with him. I was just laughing the whole time. There's acts of violence in this movie, and I'm just laughing, and not because like I'm sick. I am a little bit sick, but because you could tell that a lot of the actions weren't really hitting, but yet at the same time, the effects in this movie actually really good. The effects team brought their all. Isabella Johnny and the effects team brought their all. They all really wanted to put in some serious work here. But yeah, the effects team, there is a monster in this movie. There's like a physical design at a certain point in this film. Brilliant. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was really cool looking, really weird. I love stuff like that. It looked very, very practical and difficult to even interpret what I was looking at. I love that kind of stuff. I can definitely appreciate some good effects. I know nothing about creating movies really, but I can definitely appreciate some good effects. Another thing I have to bring up, I swear, this is a movie where everybody seems really horny for each other, and yet I can't tell if that's an intentional design or not. I mean, the main plot line of this is that Sam Neill's character comes home after being away for a while, and his wife has been unfaithful to him and is sleeping with another man. And it kind of centers around infidelity, and it's weird and it's very disjointed. That's one thing I will say about this movie. There is no cohesive vision, at least in my personal opinion. I know some other people have gotten a lot more out of this than I have watching this film, but I felt like there was no cohesive vision here. There was an idea, there was a concept. It was genius, and I just don't feel like they really said anything on it. I thought it was just a confusing mess. I like art films sometimes, I really do, but this is not quite for me. Though I will say, if you have some friends to watch this with, like if you want to get a bunch of friends over your house and get drunk or whatever and watch a movie to make fun of and laugh and kind of be a little bit disturbed, because there is some stuff I could see maybe being a little bit disturbed by in this for sure, then 1981's Possession is not a bad movie to watch. Though even at the same time, saying that, this is a long movie. This is a 2-hour movie, and I felt the runtime near the end. But I don't know. It definitely feels like a movie made with a lot of passion. I really feel like this movie really lacks cohesion when it comes to the themes of the film. There's a lot of like demonic possession kind of stuff, I guess, but like I don't know. In a way, it is probably one of the most realistic possession films I've seen. Unlike like The Exorcist or Evil Dead or something like that. Those movies are far more supernatural and a weirder, more abstract sort of way. This movie is more possession based by means of mental illness, which I think is far more realistic and believable in our world. But even then, I don't feel like it really does anything with that. It's just an idea, you know? Overall, this feels like a story that was trying to say things on lust, on faith, on loyalty, and infidelity. It really felt like it had all these ideas in there, like it really does. And there's some pretty good scenes, especially with Sam Neill and Isabella Johnny when their marriage is coming to full exploding. Basically, it's just falling apart, and they're both losing their minds, because that's a lot of what this movie is: watching two people lose their minds. And Isabella Johnny, especially, I swear, if you want to watch this movie, expect to listen to a lot of her screaming, because she screams her head off. I swear, she is screaming at the top of her lungs through most of this film. Anyway, for the most part, I sadly did not like this movie very much. But I wanted to make a video on it because I do think it's actually worth watching. There is some value here in checking this film out, even though I didn't really like it. I think it's very interesting. And even though I personally didn't get that much of a message from it, I'm a little bit stupid when it comes to finding messages very quickly in films. But you might like watching this film, and you might actually enjoy it, which is why I actually would like to actually recommend it, because this is not bad. This is interesting, unique art. It's funny that this film was actually banned for a time, because watching it now for the first time, it feels like there is. I understand why they banned it. I feel like during that time they probably didn't understand fully what they were seeing. But now, with the retrospective of having seen so many other films, you kind of look at it as it's a movie made by a person and made by many people, and not perfect people, not evil people with like any sort of intent of showing just evil stuff or whatever, but humans, real humans with human flaws and human passions. This feels like a film that was just very humanly made, which is why I recommend it, because in today's age with so much AI garbage taking over, movies like this that were made by a real human being that really had passion for the art form, that's worth something. Anyway, if you watched this video, thank you very much. You can probably see I've got a little bit of a new video format here I'm trying out, and that's thanks to me dealing with some random copyright kind of stuff on my ballerina video, which was a little bit unfortunate and pushed me to start recording like this. So hopefully you like this.
You probably don't.
But hopefully you do. Either way, like it, don't like it, leave your thoughts and feelings in the comment. I will read it, and I do not mind. It's a free internet, so say whatever you want to say. Anyway, really thank you for your time. I really appreciate you watching, and see you on the next one.